So this is a project I've been planning out for some time, and it's actually for my daughter, but I figured I'd share it so that moms with daughters could share it with their daughters, and we could just have a really good talk about hygiene because it's important. I just took a shower and then got dressed so that I could show you all how to take a shower. So usually if I was in the shower, I would have on a shower cap because I don't want to get my hair wet every day, but I just washed my hair, it's already wet. So that's why I don't have on a shower cap. As far as the order for showering, you go from head down, okay? Like I said, I already washed my hair, so that's happened. Any impurities from my hair have already flown down. After my hair, if I'm washing my hair, I'm going to do my face. So generally, my face is the first thing. I have a simple face wash. I have a washcloth. I'm going to wet my washcloth, and I would put just a little bit of face wash onto my washcloth. And I'm washing my whole face, okay? I'm washing my forehead. I'm washing my eyebrows, between them, all around over here, making sure. Now, of course, I'm not putting soap into my eyes. I usually rinse my face first, okay? Getting everything. So if you're getting out the shower and you still have eye boogers and such, you know, something's missing. Washing my nose. I have oily skin, so it's important that I really wash this area. Getting everything all around my mouth, lips, and everything nice and clean. Washing my face also includes my ears. I do not put the soap inside of my ears. Usually when I start and I do the first just water wipe to my eyes, I'm gonna just put my finger in there and I'm gonna get all up in my ear. I'm not putting a bunch of water in my ear. It's just damp. Getting in my ears, I'm getting this part here, up in the top, all in there. Then I'm going behind my ears. Now I will take my face wash behind my ears, all the way around, because dirt builds up back there, especially with hair oils and products and stuff. It builds up. We don't want that. You should not be able to see dirt behind your ears. And I have seen it behind people's ears. So you're getting both. You're going all in here, up in these crevices, all around, and behind those ears. Every day, you're cleaning your ears. At this point now, I would rinse my washcloth again, and now I'm coming in with my soap. It's up to you if you use a bar or a body wash. If you use a bar of soap, that's a personal thing to me. I don't share my soap with my husband. He has his soap, I have my soap. So I would get my bar. Now my daughter has sensitive skin, so she only can use Dove Sensitive or the Aldi version of the Dove Sensitive. Lacura or something is their brand. I do not have sensitive skin, so I use whatever soap smells good to me at the time, to be honest with you. Not necessarily the best policy, but that's what I do. I have my little, this is Safeguard soap. It smells delightful. I'm going to lather up my washcloth. Washcloth is nice and wet. Rubbing that soap in. If you use body wash, that's cool too. I'm not a fan of body wash. I grew up on bar soap, so that's what I like. Your washcloth should be very, very soapy. Now our face and ears have already been done, which means that next is your neck, front, sides, and back. Don't just wash the front, and it's not just a quick, that's not washing. That's just putting soap on you for no reason. You want to get a good scrub, which is why I like a washcloth that has a little texture to it. The little thin ones from Walmart are my favorite. I don't like a thick plush washcloth because I feel like I can't get a good scrub. But that's to each his own, you know. So you're washing your neck, under your chin area, okay? Sides. You're lifting up your hair if your hair is down, and you're washing your whole neck. If you are leaving dirt on white or light colored shirts and dresses, that means your neck is not being properly cleaned. You should be able to wear a white shirt, and when you take it off, even after a long day, it shouldn't have a big dark stain on it. That's not good. So now I'm moving to my shoulders, and you mirror each side for everything. Going down, chest needs to be washed. And then depending on the size breast you have, you do need to lift those bad boys up and wash underneath. A lot of sweat and bacteria can gather there, and the bigger they get, it can be a sweaty, stinky area. So you lift breasts and you wash them. You're washing between the breasts. All of that needs to be washed. It's important. I started out with pretty small chest, then after I started breastfeeding, they got quite big, and that was the first time I experienced having odor come from under my chest, and so that was new. But now I know how to get under there and make sure it's clean and fresh and then dry. So we're washing. I rinse my washcloth and soap it up again over and over just as I feel led to do so. But I would do my whole torso usually before I rinse. So you're washing your stomach after you've done your chest breast area. That includes your belly button. So you don't wash just over it. You need to get in there with some soap. Again, put your finger in there, get in that belly button to make sure there's no lint and dirt that is just gathered in there, because belly buttons also can gather odor. It's yucky. Ugh. Cleaning that belly button every day. You're cleaning your sides, and then I like to go from front to back. So now I'm washing my back. When I'm washing my back, I go over and I'm doing my shoulders, okay? And then I'm gonna do that other shoulder, get it nice and clean. Then I'm gonna reach up this way and I'm washing, getting the middle, and I'm going. And my soap is getting rinsed off. But I'm going until that whole back has been washed. If you struggle with flexibility, there are all kinds of things to help you to be able to wash your back. This cool thing I bought online, and it scrubs, so you would soap it up just like your washcloth, and you can really scrub your back, and it feels great. And you switch sides, and you do that again, and you scrub. Get all of your back clean from top to bottom. I'm getting some more soap, making sure that my washcloth is lathered at all times. Then I'm going to my arms. I'm gonna start with the outer part. I'm doing the elbows, arms, forearms, and then I'm doing the inside. And I'm doing a good scrub. Again, you're not just, it's not about speed here. You don't have to be slow, but you wanna be thorough. So you're getting soaked up. Everything should be getting soap on it. The inner part of your elbow, if you sweat there, that's not a spot for me, but it could be. For my top half, the underarms is what I do last. My underarms get pretty gross. The BO is real. So I like to wash the torso, then do the underarms. To your underarms, and you should really be scrubbing until the deodorant that you had on previously, you don't feel it anymore. If you can still feel deodorant under there, you're not done. You need to get all of that deodorant off. Washing, and you're getting up here too, getting down and around, making sure it's all washed. Mirror each side, so now we're over here, getting all of this, getting all down up in there, making sure that your underarms are fresh, they're smooth, and I mean, if they're hairy, that's your business. I like my underarms smooth. I've had laser hair removal, and then I do wax, because I never did finish it because I got pregnant. But I do wax like once a month or every 6 weeks just to get any residual hair. So I like my underarms smooth. I don't shave them. I have very sensitive underarms, and so that's why I wax. Top half is now complete. I've washed everything. At this point, I'm going to rinse because I want to. You don't have to rinse here, but that's what I like to do. So I'm rinsing. You don't have to be afraid to put your face in the water. It's okay. It's just water. You're not going to drown. Ooh, water. Yes, it's good. When I wash my face in the beginning, I do just put my whole face into the water. I am quite tall. I'm 5'10", so getting an angle where you can see my head and my feet is a little difficult. So I'm going to cut some of my head out to get my feet, since now we're washing the lower half. I'm soaping up my washcloth again, and it's time to wash these legs. When you don't wash your legs properly, you leave the little stuff behind on the toilet, and I wonder, how does that get there? Because people's thighs are dirty. There's a lot of sweat and buildup and oils and stuff. You might be team bend down and wash your legs. Okay, so you're washing your thighs, front and back, side, all of it. Really scrub. And you're doing the inside, scrub. Mirror that. Get the other side, scrub. And you might be team pick your foot up. So you could put your leg up like this, and you could wash like that. That's fine too. Wash the bottom half of your leg. Get those kneecaps. You're washing everything. Getting your ankles. There could be like a lot of dead skin and stuff around your ankles. Get all of that, and then you mirror it, get that other side. Putting a little bit more soap on the washcloth. I'm scrubbing, scrubbing, scrubbing. And again, you're not just doing the top, you gotta do the bottom, do underneath, okay? Scrub, scrub, scrub. All the way down to your ankles. I'm gonna have to bend this way so y'all see it. You getting those ankles. Get them clean all the way around. Now, my feet are the last thing that I wash. Some people like to do feet, then private. I prefer to do private, then feet, because I walk barefoot and that just seems gross to me. I'm rinsing again. I'm getting some more soap. You don't need a lot of scented things for your private. It's a sensitive area, so be careful about the products you use. Again, I'm just using my regular old bar soap. Some people swear by Summer's Eve. I've tried it. Never made a huge difference for me. But when you're washing, ladies, you are washing your vulva. The vagina, the inside is self-cleaning. You should never be sticking soap into or inserting soap into your vaginal opening. That's not good. That will lead to infections. You should be cleaning your vulva, the labia majora minora, the clitoral hood, all those parts on the outside. You're cleaning that middle part. How do you say that? Perineum. I do know how to wash it though. You're in the front, that whole platform area, you're getting that thing clean. All these crevices, you're getting them clean. Clean, clean, clean. All the parts there on the outside, you need to clean all of that. It's so important. That's what reduces odor and bacteria, all that yucky stuff that we don't want. But again, do not put soap inside of yourself. You will cause more harm than good. At the point that I've washed all the front, then I'm gonna rinse my washcloth and soap again, because that's how I like to do it. And then after I've done the front, I'm going underneath for that perineum, middle part between the vagina and the anus. That needs to be washed. It can really conjure some funk right there if you're not washing it well. After that middle part is done, it's time for that booty. So you have a soapy washcloth. You're washing your cheeks all around, all soapy around those cheeks. And I'm trying to not be inappropriate. So wash all of your butt cheeks, but you also have to wash your crack. Nice soapy washcloth. You're scrubbing that crack. Always go from front to back when you're dealing with your private area, ladies. Never go from back to front. You don't want to introduce that stuff to the front. You're prone to an infection if you do it that way. You're washing, you're rinsing. Again, I'm trying my hardest to not be overly graphic or offend anyone, but make sure you clean the outside and the inside. At that point, I'm rinsing my washcloth again. I'm getting more soap because that's how I want to do it. The last thing that I wash is always my feet. When you wash your feet, make sure you wash between your toes. You have to. You're just going boop, boop. That's not washing. So you get between each toe and then you go underneath and you scrub, scrub, scrub. Again, the ankles, the heels, all of it. Then you switch and mirror. So you're washing those feet, getting those toes between them, ankles, underneath. You're scrubbing, scrubbing, scrubbing. Then you're gonna do one final rinse of your washcloth. Get it wrung out as best you can, and you're gonna hang that up. Don't ball it up and throw it because it won't dry. Then you're asking for mildew and stuff and yucky smells. Have it open and just drape it over your shower or whatever. Something I don't do every day but do sometimes is take my pumice stone to my heels. So I'll just rinse it off. I'm gonna scrub the bottom of my feet, my heels, where it sometimes can get a little ashy or a little dry, the dead skin. I'm gonna scrub both sides, okay? Again, I just do that as needed. After I finish washing is when I like to shave my legs. If you use shaving cream, great. I just use soap. I'm gonna rub my bar soap and I'm going to shave. I shave almost every day. Whether my husband's home or not, it has nothing to do with him and everything to do with me, because it helps me to sleep better when my legs are not prickly. That's my own sensory issue. If you choose to keep your hair long enough on your legs to braid it, That's your business. I really don't care. Live your life. There's nothing wrong with body hair. It's natural. After I've shaved, I rinse my razor and hang it back up. Change your razor blade so it's not getting rusty, all that good stuff. I do want to note that I use a fresh washcloth for every shower. Some people will do a face washcloth and a body washcloth. That's cool. However your washcloth situation is, for me, it's just easier to just start with one new one instead of having two, and that's how I prefer to do it. So if I shower twice in one day, I'm using 2 washcloths. So yes, I have a lot of washcloths because I'm constantly changing them, and I tell my daughter and my son actually to do the same thing. My drying towel, I don't change every day. I change my drying towel just every few days. Like if it starts to not smell good or just I don't feel like it's fresh, I'll change it. No more than a week, and I rarely make it to 7 days with the same drying towel because it's wet and I want my towel to smell, nice. I'm gonna wrap up and get dried off. Also, my hair is wet. If I wash my hair, I have 2 separate towels, one for my hair, one for my body. My hair towel and my body towel are never the same. Some people even have they have towels, microfiber, different things that are specifically for hair to avoid frizz. That's great. I don't have those. I just use a regular towel. So when I'm wrapping up my hair, I simply lean forward. I'm gonna throw my towel on like this, wrap that bad boy up, push it back, boom. So now I have my hair is in a towel, my body is in a towel, and I'm ready to get out of the shower. Everything has been thoroughly rinsed. If you have a spray shower, you can spray, make sure there's no soap in the private. I don't have a spray shower, so I'll just, scoop the water, make sure that everything is rinsed. However you do it. And I'm not. Genuinely, I really hope that this helps somebody, helps a mom, or even I've met plenty of young girls and women who either didn't have a mom present in their life, or their mom was just super private and didn't talk to them about anything. So they had to figure it all out on their own. So if that's you, even if you're an adult, maybe there's something you could get from this. And I would love to hear, is there a difference in how I wash versus how you wash? What's something that you might do that I don't do or whatever? So let me know in the comments. And again, I hope this helps somebody. Have a great day. Wash well, be clean, be healthy.